Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Blessings of this beautiful new day. To each and every one of you, it is a windy day here in the Enchanted Forest. It is a very, very windy, blustery day. Last evening was a night of thunder and lightning and wind and all kinds of sorts of things going on up there in the Sky Nation. And today is no exception. So here we are. And it's good to be with you all. So this morning, let's take a great big deep breath together and welcome this new day. And welcome to the Mystic's Heart here on the Star Nations Radio Network. I'm going to take just a moment to share the show over to the Star Nations Radio Network page. Good morning, Tana. Hey, good morning, Marianne. It's good to see you both. Just going to share real quick. Good morning, Jason. Good morning. Congratulations on that new baby girl. Hey, Nicole. Good to see you as well. I'm just liking and sharing the show over to the radio network page. All right. There we go. And thank you all if you so desire. Good morning, Janine. Good to see you as well. And here in the Enchanted Forest with all of the wind blowing and things going on, my Gabriel is on high alert for some reason with all of that going on. So just to let you know that. Okay. All righty. Here we go. So yeah, Jason has a brand new baby. And I believe her name is Aria, which is so beautiful. What a gorgeous name for a brand new soul coming onto the earth plane, gracing us with her beautiful light. That's just fantastic. All right, so let's get going this morning. And hey, Julie Hedges, good to see you too. This morning, it was an early one with all the thunder and the lightning and the wind and things going on. My sisters were here for a day and a half to pick up some things for Gather Our Children Home. And so they loaded up their sleigh this morning and they're on their way back to South Dakota, to the Pine Ridge Indian Reservation with all kinds of goodies for the young ones that Gather Our Children Home. So for all of you that helped me out last week with Giving Tuesday, hashtag Giving Tuesday, you were able to provide what is going to be a pretty amazing Christmas for the youth at the Gather Our Children Home Crisis Center there in Ogallala, South Dakota. So thank you for that. All right, let's have a group card for everybody this morning. A group card for everybody. So whether you are listening this morning or you are tuning in later today, the card that I'm picking for all of us today to reflect upon, ooh, it looks like the wind got to my hair too, holy smokes, is the Thunderbird. Hey, Angie. The Thunderbird. How appropriate for what's going on outside right now to choose the Thunderbird. Hey, Coach Dee Dee. That is right. Those little bitty ones, I'm telling you. There's nothing like helping out the little ones, the young ones, the youth. And so I'm hoping that the screen doesn't freeze up too much. Here in the Enchanted Forest, sometimes our ability to go live can be challenged when we are having winds like this. So I always think to myself, I hope all the squirrels in their squirrel nests and all the birds are able to stay where they are, you know? Good morning, Jane and Nikki and Margaret. Oh, it's good to see everybody. Good to have you all here. And of course, at 11 a.m. at the top of the hour is our wonderful Chakra Sessions woman, Polly Jo LeBay. So do tune into her as well. Just getting all these wonderful good mornings posted. Hey, Julia. Good to see you as well. Okay, so the Thunderbird, everybody. What does the Thunderbird or the Wakion represent? The Wakion tells us, stay on our path. Stay on your path. Even when sometimes there can be winds of opposition, there can be challenges, there can be all sorts of things that are tossed in our way. The Thunderbird, that wonderful all-seeing eye, says, stay on your path. Despite the winds of opposition, the winds of self-doubt, the winds of change, the winds of hatred or judgment or gossip, whatever it happens to be, the Thunderbird says, remain true to your path, to your soul's path. So everybody, as we are entering into this time, what a wonderful reminder to stay on our path, to shine our light as we have chosen to come into this world and shine it. So good morning, Angie. All right, Jason, this one is for you and your beautiful family. Oh, this is perfect. The Angel Yehudia card is here, one of my very favorites. The artwork of the wonderful David Fix. And the message that the Angel Yehudia gives is this. The Angel Yehudia is here to help you celebrate your life. The splendid angel of light wishes you to know how very much your life positively impacts others, Jason. Your service to the light is recognized and honored by your angelic guides and by the one who loves us most of all. You make a glorious and joyful difference in this world, and you are loved. And so your daily mantra from this contemplative card is this: on this day, I honor my birth and my purpose for being, which is love. Oh, I just love that card. It's one of my absolute favorites in all of the decks, truly. Hey, how are you, Mary Ellen? Thank you for that. The hardcover books are being shipped this week from the printing house. And so those of you that pre-ordered a copy of the hardcover issue of Prayers and Incantations to the Light, those should be going out in the mail at the end of this week or early next week. So thank you for that. Here's what it looks like in the hardcover. It's very beautiful. And the inside is absolutely extraordinary with the photos and all of those good sorts of things that are in it. And I can't thank you all enough for supporting my work here at the Temple Within Publishing. Isn't that lovely? It's a beautiful book. And so for those of you that did order, please know that. Well, thank you, Jason. I appreciate that because, boy, it's windy out, and I had appointments at 8:10 a.m. just after I saw my sisters on the road. And I quickly came in here, plopped down, and here I am. So you get me the way that I am in all of this wind. All right. Mary Ann. This one is for you, Mary Ann. So we just shuffle the cards, right? The reason that we get together every Tuesday morning is really just to celebrate being alive, and to have some messages of positivity. Mary Ann. Hey, good morning. Hihane Wash Day, Aaron. Good to see you. All right. Wambli Oyate. The eagle is here for you, Mary Ann. The eagle. The eagle teaches us to rise above things, to rise above situations, and to soar above the fray. And the eagle reminds us to stay in prayer, to walk a prayerful path, close to Wakantanka, to the great mystery, to the Creator. And so that is your message for today, right? Know that the Eagle Nation is there with you. And it's also an acknowledgement of your walk with the Eagle Nation as somebody who can rise above and see maybe the spiritual aspects of something or the larger picture in a situation. So this is the sign of the Eagle Nation for you today. Hold on just a moment. Cards just flew out of the deck. Oof. And, sometimes they do that. They literally fly right out of the deck as I am holding them. Nikki, our wonderful Nikki. It is the Archangel Muriel. Archangel Muriel. Muriel represents Cancer. So any of you born under the sign of Cancer, the Archangel Muriel is part of your angelic team, your angelic squad. Muriel reminds you, Nikki, to be gentle with your sensitivities. Muriel is an angel that reminds us that we're all sensitive beings, that we are all open to receiving and giving light in this world. And Muriel says, take care of that. Take care of you. Take care of your sensitivities and realize that your sensitivities, your intuition is very real, that it's a gift. Nurture that. Nurture your intuition and your sensitivities. Very important for you to do that. Oh, thank you for that, Pam. I really appreciate that. I tell you, I love Tuesday mornings. Love it. I look forward to it. And even this morning, bright and early with Dr. John looked at me and said, you're really going to go home and after all this, you're doing your radio show? And I said, absolutely, I wouldn't miss it. I love Tuesday mornings. Love, love. All right, Mary Ellen. Mary Ellen. Shuffle, shuffle. Oh, well, and so are you, Jason. You are. And what I wanted to say, I almost forgot to say it, everybody, is here on Tuesday mornings at the Mystic's Heart, please do share here on the thread your websites, classes you may have going, anything that you want to let others know that you've got going on. Please, please, please share that. We do that on Tuesday mornings, and sometimes I forget to remind. So if you come here on a Tuesday morning and I have forgotten to remind, please do share what you've got going on. Please. Okay. Mary Ellen Jagger, the unicorn. The unicorn represents our inner light. You ever see those medieval tapestries and things? And oftentimes medieval tapestries will have unicorns in them, woven right into them. The unicorn represents our inner light. And the unicorn says, let your light shine. Above all other things, Mary Ellen, let your light shine. You are welcome, Julie. I am a big believer, always in helping one another to give each other a space to let the world know what we're doing. I think that is so important. I really do. And to share, I think, is so important. If you have a platform to be able to share, I believe in sharing. Tana, beautiful Tana. Okay, Tana. Here's the otter. Oh, I just love this particular card. Good morning, Trace. Otter. And so for you, my dear Tana, is get out there and play. Get out there and play. This is a card of playfulness. If you have been this, if you've not gotten out there to, the otter shows up to say, get out there and do something playful, something fun. Or in your home, do something playful and fun. This is a card of play. Very important to play. It certainly is. Margaret. Margaret. Oh, one of my favorite angels. One of my favorite angels is the angel Raziel. The angel Raziel also represents, it's another name for Grandmother Earth. It's another name for Grandmother Earth when we refer to her as an angel. So this is a card that says to you, Margaret, it's time to get outside and play a little bit. Get outdoors, get your feet on the dirt, right? In the dirt, put your hands in the dirt, hug a tree, get out there and be with Grandmother Earth. Go outside, breathe in the deep, fresh air, whatever that is for you. And it is a reminder, face to the sun, back to the shadows. Just keep moving forward. And as you're moving forward, Spirit always reminds us, Mother Earth is here to nurture and to help us along our journey. So she is calling to you, Margaret. Every morning here I go outside. Every day I go outside. Even when the winds are howling, the snow is a-blowing, the rain is a-whipping, whatever it happens to be, I am outdoors. Yay. That's wonderful, Tana. It's awesome. All right. Rhonda. Oh, this is a good one for you, Rhonda. It is the angel of Aries. It is the archangel Kamiel. Kamiel says, be confident. I'm going to read this to you, Rhonda. Be confident in who you are and in your ability to decide the course of your own life. You did not come to the earth plane to experience any form of servitude to the vision of life that others have for you. So this is a card about being confident in who you are and walking with that. Be that. Get out there and be who you are. You didn't come here to be what anyone else had planned for you, feels you should be. This is about being fully Rhonda. And it's a reminder from the beautiful angel known as Kamiel. Love that. All right. Marcia. Beautiful Marcia. It is the owl. It's the owl card. The owl, of course, is a wise old soul. And the owl tells us to pay attention to our night dreams. The owl tells us to pay attention to our daydreams. And the owl asks the question, what is it in your life that you are ready to let go of? What are you ready to let die? Maybe it's an old thought form that just needs to pass away. Maybe it's an old way of being that has had its time, its season, and it needs to leave. The owl says, in your wisdom, what is it that's ready to die? Let that go gently and with love. And pay attention to your dreams. Very important to do so. All right, Jacqueline. Jacqueline, this one is for you. I love to shuffle these cards because, number one, I like looking at them all. Hey, Margot. It's good to see you. Okay. All right, here we go, Jacqueline. It is the Phoenix. It's the Phoenix. The Phoenix is about rising anew. Rising from the ashes of what once was. This is a card of new beginnings. And whenever I hold this card, honestly, I always hear Bob Seger singing in my ear, turn the page. Time to turn the page on something. Much like with Marcia. You know, what does the page need to turn to? This is a card of what's next. What are you hoping to do next? Where are you hoping to go next in your life? Where have you been? What is complete? The Phoenix says, what is complete? Because it's time to move on to the next. If something is just about complete, the Phoenix says it's time to wrap it up because what is new is coming. So the Phoenix also says to me that you're a very strong woman and you have many times over and again risen from the ashes of life. Because boy, life can be a doozy, can it? It really, really can. All right, here we go. Let me take a look to see what things are going on. Hey, Connie. Our beautiful Connie Vaughter from Spiritual Mysteries of Life is in the house. Love Connie. All right, Tracy Civic from Star to Stone with Mervyn Kelly. Tracy, what do you got going on up in TC, Traverse City, that is? You want to share that with folks? All right, Tracy, it's the donkey card. I love the donkey card. You know what the donkey says? The donkey says it's wonderful to be there for everybody. It's wonderful to spend time being of service. But the donkey also says, Tracy, it's okay to say no. It's okay to say no. Sometimes we can be so caught up in being a good and faithful servant to the light, or just in being good to everybody, that we are compelled to always say yes and put ourselves second. The donkey says it's okay to say no. Honor those times when you need to say no. It's hitting the spot, is it, Tracy? Good morning, Bill Elliott. How are you? God, it's good to see you in the house this morning. Ellen, little sister. Okay, so here, this is from the Mysteries of Ancient Egypt deck. It's Tutankhamun, Ellen. King Tut asks the question, according to the Book of the Dead. There is a question about funerary masks, death masks. And King Tut bids the question, which mask are you ready to remove so that the world can see you more fully? Is there something that you're ready to lay down, a mask that you've been wearing, a uniform that you've been wearing, that you're ready to let go of? King Tut says, lay down whatever masks no longer serve you, whatever you're hiding behind, so that everyone can see your light fully, Ellen. And we all do that, right? We all have masks, uniforms, things that over the course of the years we begin to wear. And one day, sometimes the day just finally arrives when we say, enough of that. I'm no longer going to wear that mask. I'm no longer going to wear that hat or that uniform. Becca, beautiful Becca out there on the East Coast. Becca, it is the Earth Dragon. The Earth Dragon mythology says this. Are you ready to let go of the things that are weighing you down? What is weighing you down? Asks the Earth Dragon, the spirit of Earth. The Earth Dragon says, allow me to help release any burdens that are weighing you down. In the Lakota culture, it is not uncommon for people to have releasement ceremonies outdoors. In fact, here in the Enchanted Forest, one part of the forest just behind me out that window, straight ahead, is where releasements take place. What does that mean? People, particularly my Ojibwe relatives from here in Michigan, my friends that are Ojibwe or Anishinaabe Nation, people will come here to this ground and they will go outside and they will release. They will release what is burdening them. Maybe it's grief. Maybe it's a trauma. And they release it to the outdoors because Grandmother Earth and the spirits of nature are always there to help us heal and release in a good way. So this is what it is for you in this message. What are you ready to release? Go outdoors, scream, cry, give gratitude, whatever that is for you. Right? So sometimes I will say to people, if they find a bundle of tobacco outside, I just ask that they leave that there because my Anishinaabe friends that do their releasements out back, particularly in that area, will leave a little bit of food for spirit, or they might leave a tobacco offering. And so whenever we see those, we just let those be. There you go. There you go, Becca. I hope all of that made sense in all of that. Okay, Pam, Dodie, Nation, my dear. Oops. Oh, Pam, Iktomi is here for you. Iktom, spider, grandma. Yeah. Grandma often appears when things in our life are being unwoven so that they can be rewoven. So that they can be rewoven. Grandma Spider is working with you. She's saying to you some things in your life are being a little bit unwoven so that you can reweave some other things. Every time I see grandmother, in fact, I wear a grandmother on my hand. This ring that I wear is actually Iktomi, a beautiful Iktomi ring. I'm very mindful, I'm very watchful of what it is in my life that seems to be unweaving, and I allow it to unweave. And then I watch with an understanding that something else is being rewoven or something brand new is being woven. So this is a card of change and allowing change. Card of change, Pam. All right. You have a little look-see. Oh, it's so good to see you all here in the chat room. A little bit different way of doing this, so thank you for being with me and being patient on Tuesday mornings. Mary Beth, this card is for you. And it is the card of the Lamassu. The Lamassu from the Mysteries, or excuse me, the Spirit of Mythology Empowerment deck. Healthy boundaries are essential, Mary Beth. So the Lamassu is tag teaming apparently this morning with Bill Elliott and Tracy Civic about healthy boundaries, creating healthy boundaries in your life. And if your boundaries are not healthy, the Lamassu says it's time to have some healthy boundaries with others in your life, maybe situations in your life, boundaries, healthy boundaries with your thoughts, healthy boundaries with the food or nutrition that you bring into your body. But this is a card of being aware of healthy, stable boundaries and the need for them. The need for them. And of course, you know, setting boundaries can be hard. This is definitely a good time for everybody to be setting some boundaries. In the past, probably 3 years, I've become the boundary queen. And you know what? Not everybody likes it when you set boundaries. When you say, I'm not participating in that anymore. I'm disengaging from that. Sometimes it just rattles some cages. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. Good, healthy boundaries, Mary Beth. So good for all of us to have those in a good and loving way. Right? It's okay to say no. It's okay to say yes. It's just good to have healthy boundaries. Missy, lovely Missy. Oh, also from the mythology deck is the water dragon. I love the UK. I do. Well, I just love everywhere, honestly. I love to travel. I love people. And sometimes my love of people, you know, well, that's a whole other show, isn't it? But I love people. I love to converse with people. I love to get to know people. I love to get to know people. And so whether I'm in Egypt or France or England or Wales or whatever it happens to be, I love to learn about the culture. One of my favorite things about the culture in England, dragons. Dragons of the Arthurian kind. So Missy, this card, the Water Dragon card, is a message for you to pay attention to your sixth sense. To your sixth sense. Pay attention, because right now, Missy, it is very heightened. Well, look we just had that magnificent super moon in Gemini. Wow. We're in retrograde. All about review. All about review. If you ever listen, and I hope you listen to our wonderful Julie Hedges, you've heard her talk about what retrograde really means. But this is a card of review. It's a card of reflection. It's a card that says, Missy, pay very close attention to your intuition, your third eye, your sensitivities, your sense of knowing. It's spot on. Pay attention. Spot on. Everybody is saying, thank you. I am learning to set boundaries and letting go of negative people. That's right. Nobody says you have to have toxic people in your life. Nobody says that. But sometimes out of obligation, false senses of obligation, we allow toxic people in our life, and worse than that, to suck the life out of our life. Stop that. And I'm talking to myself too, by the way. Stop it. Stop it. All right. In fact, tomorrow night at 7 o'clock on the Sandra Herrick Show. Sandra Herrick Show is all about taking personal responsibility and accountability upon your path, your spiritual path and your personal life. So that ought to be a great show tomorrow night. All about that. Bill Elliott. Bill Elliott. It is, oh, I love this, the Archangel Saint Israfel. Love Israfel. Israfel says, time to wake up. There will be no more hiding under a bushel basket. No more hiding in the shadows from your gifts, or only doling out a little bit of your gifts and talents. Oh no, Bill. Spirit says you are out on the center stage. Get out there. Shine. Shine. Yeah. It's about waking up and shining your light like never before. And whatever you've been hesitant about shining it is so important. We all need to shine right now, everybody. That's not new news to anybody who's living on grandmother Earth right now. But we need to all be shining our light, our gifts, and our talents. And if we're shrinking from them, there should be no more of that. All right, where am I? Oh, yeah, Marianne. The winds here in Michigan are just, whew, it's something else. I'm waiting for Miss Gulch to go flying by on her bicycle. Da-dun, da-dun, da-dun. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. Oh, thank you for that, Bill. Boundaries, yeah, Jason, it can be really hard, especially when it comes to family members. You know, this idea that we have to be drained and sickened by family members, especially this time of the year, it can be so difficult. But boundaries, boundaries. Maybe we only visit for a little while. Maybe we don't visit. Maybe when we're there, we speak our mind. We speak our truth. You know, sometimes we can be with relatives and we just get all choked up. We are verklempt. We don't feel that we can express ourselves. So sometimes we have to be brave in expressing ourselves. If, you know, around really opinionated people, friends, relatives, coworkers, to be able to speak up for some people is a real challenge. I honor that. I honor that. Because it can be, and it's not easy. I know I've been through it in the past 3 years. Holy smokes. Wakalapi break. All right, let's keep this train a-rolling right now. Hey, Lisa. Yeah, that whole thing about boundaries. Oh, and there are good ways to do it. I mean, come on, you know. What's my website? DeniseIwaniw.com. Why is it not DeniseIwaniw-Francisco.com? Because I've not yet legally changed my name to Denise Iwaniw-Francisco. That is coming, however. For 2018, there's a lot, you know, when you write books and you do this kind of work, there's a lot that goes into changing your last name. And Iwana is more recognizable for my books and things, but I am legally changing that. So it is DeniseIwaniw.com. Morning, Lisa. You beautiful thing. All right. Marianne, I love this about you. You crack me up. I don't have that problem, unfortunately, for other people sometimes. Yeah, I've gotten really bold about what I'm willing to allow in nonsense in my life. I have this saying, I don't like to babysit adults. I will not babysit adults. I refuse to do that anymore. Molly, you beautiful thing. It's the Archangel Saint Raphael. Aren't these cards beautiful? Yeah. Raphael, the angel of healers, the angels of healing. The angels of healing. So the Archangel Saint Raphael, for me anyway, this is just me. Whenever one of the archangels shows up, I often say to people, particularly with Raphael, why don't you take some time today, if you can, even 5 minutes, and invite the presence of the Archangel Saint Raphael to be with you? How do you do that? Well, here's how I do it. Here I am in my office. You can see my pillow behind me that says, this is my happy place. So sometimes I sit in that chair, and if I am in need of being, particularly with some angel, like Raphael, if I'm not feeling well, I make it really simple, everybody. Archangel Saint Raphael, thank you for being with me today. Thank you for sitting with me in this moment. Creator, thank you. I know you're always there, but thank you for letting me know today, because today more than ever, I just need to know that somebody out there, something out there cares, that I'm okay. If you could give me a sign, that would be wonderful. Raphael, I'm not feeling very well today, so if you could help relieve whatever it is that I'm going through at this time, I would be very grateful, and I am grateful. So keeping it simple. Keeping it simple. Marianne, yeah, David is working. He's trying to become the app writer himself for our mythology deck. Everybody loves the apps, that's for sure. Kathy Lawback, this one is for you. All right, shuffling away as I do. I don't have a technical way of doing these things. I just don't. I keep everything, hopefully, in my life quite simple. It makes life way more fun. Kathy. Okay. It is the Kokopelli. The Kokopelli. The Kokopelli is the bringer of the rains. The Kokopelli is the bringer of abundance. The Kokopelli says, what are you grateful for in your life? This is a card of gratitude. It is also, thank you for that, Jason. Wonderful. Yes. So Kathy, this is a card of abundance. It's a card of abundance. And Kokopelli always says, what are you grateful for? Because you know what? You've got some wonderful, abundant surprises coming your way. Kokopelli says, get ready, give thanks, because more to be grateful for is coming your way, Kathy. This is an abundant time. And what begets more abundance? Being grateful. Thank you for the abundance in my life and for the abundance that continually flows into my life. That is a daily mantra that I say. So you've got some wonderful things coming your way. And the best way to say thank you to the universe is to be grateful. So enjoy the surprises coming to you. All right. Erin Camacho, my niece Erin. This one is for you. It is the Firebird. The Firebird. The Firebird says this: do not be afraid, be alive. Do not be afraid, be alive. This is a card of fearlessness. As my dad, the Sarge, always used to say to me growing up, respect everything, fear nothing. He always taught me to be respectful of everything, but to fear nothing. This is a card of fearlessness and a reminder that, Spirit has your back. The universe supports you as you are out there as an activist, leading the way as a role model and a mentor for others, Aaron. Do not be afraid. Be alive. Continue to do the work that you're doing. You're making a beautiful difference in this world. It's not always easy to be the person who stands up and speaks. There you go. Claudia. Oh, Claudia, it is so good to have you in the house as well. All right, let me have a little look-see down the stream here. Lisa. Isn't this fun? Here we are, all adults, and we all get together on Tuesday morning and have a positive message. Lisa. Okay. Lisa, it's the Archangel Saint Michael. This is David's rendering of Michael. And so this is a note that says to you, Michael, the Archangel is with you. And I would urge you, Lisa, to spend some time today inviting the presence of the Archangel Saint Michael to be with you, maybe to give you a sign that Michael is near. But Michael is the angel of strength and courage. And that angel is walking with you. Strength and courage. Claudia. Oh, from the Spirit of Mythology Empowerment deck, it is the Ouroboros card, Claudia. What does that mean? In mythology, the Ouroboros, the self, continually eating self, right? And so the teaching is that we are always consuming ourselves and being born anew. This is a card that says a cycle in your life has ended and a new cycle is now beginning, Claudia. A new cycle is now beginning. So whatever it is that is ending, allow it to end. Allow it to end very gently with love, right? We should always allow endings to be very loving as best we can and gentle. I'm not saying that it's very easy because it really isn't. Good morning, Danielle. It's good to have you with us. Yeah. All right. Let me have a little look-see where I am. Vicki Cullen. Vicki. Okay. It's the card of the gargoyle from the Spirit of Mythology. And if you'd like to check it all out, you know, David's other work, together we are the Mystic's Heart. That would be Hearth Productions and the Temple Within. David and I doing our work together. Our company together is the Mystic's Heart. And this is where you can see the full breadth of our work together. It's the gargoyle. The gargoyle, Vicky, says, victory is yours. You are a defender of the light. This is a card of gratitude that says, thank you for walking the path of light. And it reminds us that sometimes the brightest lights are called to shine in the darkest places. This is a card of thank you to you for being a defender of the light and for shining your light sometimes in the darkest places. It's not easy to do that, is it, everybody? Sometimes we think, really, what am I doing here? How did I get here? Why am I here? Why am I here? Well, sometimes only our light will do. Sometimes only our light will do. So it's not a punishment. Sometimes we have to remember that the wattage required, sometimes we're the only ones that can provide that. Janine. Oh, Janine, I have a feeling that this is a perfect card for you. One of my very favorites. The Archangel Salathiel. Salathiel is the Archangel of prayer. And I'm just going to read this to you, Janine. The Archangel Salathiel joyfully reminds you that every thought that you think, every word that you speak becomes a sacred prayer in the universal web of interconnectedness. As the light angel of prayer, Salathiel thanks you, Janine, for those times that you have made prayers on behalf of another, and for those times, Janine, when you have been the answer to a prayer for someone in need. You, your life, and your purpose as a light bearer are a prayer in expression upon the earth plane. And the daily mantra of Salathiel is this: my thoughts are prayers, let them be loving and kind. Let them be loving and kind. Oh, goodness. I love that card. I love that song. Our thoughts are prayers. Yeah. Molly. It's the Archangel Chamuel. Chamuel is the angel of love. Chamuel is the angel of love. Chamuel says, are you loving yourself? Don't forget to love yourself as you love others. Don't forget to love yourself. This is a very important message for you. The angel of love. So your homework is to every day do one thing, loving and kind for you. You're getting homework on the show today. Love yourself. Any unloving thoughts you may have about yourself, get rid of those. Out the door they go. No more of that. Love yourself. Nurture yourself. Be good to yourself. Aaron, thank you, Auntie Dana. Eagles flying over the house this morning, especially when you were talking about talking with angels in our happy place. Grateful for the encouragement this morning. That's right. You are one of those people that has been called to lead. And sometimes when we're the only voice in leadership, we have to voice what it is, even if our knees are shaking, as they say. We have to stand up. We have to stand up. And had lots of conversations about that this past couple of days with my sisters, Barbara and Cheryl. While they were here, sometimes we just kind of sit around and we talk about these things because it's so important. It's so important to particularly support one another. So, I've got your back. There's no doubt about that, my dear. And I'm proud of you, by the way. I'm very proud of you. Ooh, it gets me all choked up, huh? Okay, let me take a look down here. Jocelyn, lovely Jocelyn. It's Grandma Turtle, Grandpa Turtle. Love Turtle, the teaching of Turtle. Turtle says to us, Grandmother Earth, Father Sky, Grandfather Sky, and the Wakam Washte, those spirits, those good and loving spirits in between, are always speaking to us. Grandma Turtle says, have you taken the time recently to listen? Particularly, have you taken the time to go outdoors and listen? So that's your message from Grandma Turtle. Grandfather, grandmother, the beautiful spirits that dance with us. They would like you to go outside and listen. They have some things to say to you, Jocelyn. So, Molly, I hope that made sense for you. All right, let me having a look-see here. Janice Francisco. This one is for you. Oh, one of Kelly Spencer's favorite cards. It is the Archangel Shamshiel. Shamshiel shells, I always say sham shells party angel. Sham shell you are free to dance at the party called life. The day you were born, the stars danced with delight, and the planets of the universe jumped for joy. The angel sham shell comes to remind you, Janice, that you are how you live, and the lives of your voices. Choose loud and choose and all not all now surfing. I put the water and I use the whole even the surfing all now doing. I got it, garden shut out the water. Can you hear me okay now? All right. Here we go. I want to make sure that I pull a card for everybody this morning. It's so important. Julie Hedges. Our beautiful Julie Hedges. Julie, I had more fun listening to you sing the mantras. It made my heart really happy. All right. Julie. The beautiful archangel Ariel. Ariel, the angel of earth. Angel of earth. Can you hear me? Technical. Okay. Please get like swoon. Ariel, angel of Ariel shows up and says, "Please come outside. Please come outside." And Julie, that I feel you. You need to call to say that I have with you. That's all that G is for you. The sun Gina. Sun is the light. seeing this as stand in the